All right, everyone. Hello, and welcome back to the channel. All right, now, so here's a video that Bitch Boy Cordova put out yesterday and had the audacity to title the video, Wannabe Auditor Goes Postal and Cop Shoots Hero. Now, I truly found that very amusing, the way he put wannabe auditor, because that's all of them. Okay, they all want to be somebody important. Okay, Cordova, I think we can tell by now that he went into this bullcrap to be social media famous. Okay, as well as to make some quick, easy money. I've seen the videos, and I think most of you have too, where he has mentioned that he has taken out a mortgage on his home so that he can continue to do what he does. You tell me how stupid that shit is. Okay, so the video deals with this individual, Ronald Troyke, who woke up one day and his agenda for that day was to go out there and kill as many police officers as he could. Think about that one. He woke up one day and he had it in his head, I'm going to go out there and kill as many cops as I can. Think about that, okay? And he left suicide letters in his home. Further into the video, once police, and he ended up getting taken out, once they realized where he lived at, they broke into his house, they found the suicide letters. He stated he knew he was not coming back, but his agenda was to go out there and kill as many cops as he could. They also found a bunch of Frauditor videos, okay? Listen, I think we all know by now from watching these videos. I don't know about you guys, but I've been watching now for like 3 to 4 years now. And let me tell you guys, in my opinion, these guys are turning people on a daily, okay? They're turning people against law enforcement officers, against our government, okay? These knuckleheads who say they're in this to make change, nah, I don't see it, okay? I see what they're doing is causing chaos. They hate authority. Come on, I think we all have our own reasoning behind why these individuals are doing what they're doing. A lot of them, as Bitch Boy Cordova, in my opinion, he's in this shit for the fame as well as the quick, easy money. And again, the shit they do and the people that watch their videos, shit, I think they're psychopaths. All of them are criminals, and they're impressionable. They see this shit. They want to do the same thing. I've mentioned this in many of the videos. Every day there's a new idiot putting his cell phone to use. Okay, they want to be social media famous. They want to go out there and make quick, easy money, and so on. And we already know YouTube is a major player in this, because as long as they continue to pay for this kind of content, it's never going to end. Now, this individual, Ronald Troyke, he probably started off as a subscriber, but he wanted to do fraudits too. He came up with one video so far that I could find, and that, or should I say, Bitch Boy found or whatever. I was looking to see if he had a channel, but you know, these individuals, they come up with all kind of unusual names because they don't want to be found by the government, okay? But let me show you the video that he put out there to give you an idea of his way of thinking towards police.
You'll know it when I ask you for it. I'm going to film you guys, okay? Okay? Because you're sovereign citizens. That's why I'm filming you. Every movement a sovereign citizen makes, every word they speak needs to be filmed. Because you guys are terrible people, man. Not all of you are, but there's too many that are no good, so we have to assume all of you are bad. Yeah, I figured that would be fun. Don't speak to me, man. No more conversation. That don't mean nothing. Everything disappears. You guys don't have body cams. Why is that? Are you guys special?
We're actually in the works of getting them.
Yeah, well, you've waited too long for that, okay? You're sovereign citizens. There's no better way to explain a police officer. Yous are sovereign citizens. I've seen it with my own eyes. You do all the things to people you don't want done to yourself, and we're supposed to appreciate your kind, right? No, I know not all of yous are bad, but there's too many that shouldn't be a police officer. Okay, and if you don't agree with me, you're brainwashed. A lot of these are brainwashed.
What have I done today?
No, I'm gonna FOIA that. If that's your personal phone, is that a company? I'm gonna FOIA request that. Okay.
All right, so that was just a small clip of a fraudit that Ronald Troyke did at a library out in Colorado. Now, I was looking for his YouTube channel, but I couldn't find it without more information on him, because I doubt very much he named his YouTube channel Ronald Troyke. Okay, we all know these individuals. They want to add transparency, or they want to make themselves sound as freedom fighters. Okay, now again, this knucklehead out in Colorado, where we all know Bitch Boy is out there harassing police. Reagan Benson, that psychopath harassing police. And I could imagine, okay, as a subscriber, and he's watching these knuckleheads. Oh, all police are bad, okay? And come on now, we all know there are some bad cops out there. We all know that. But damn it, you can't knock the majority of them that, in my opinion, are good. You can't judge them by the actions of a few. But again, that's what these frauditors do, okay? Their whole way of thinking is that all cops are bad, okay? You've seen Bitch Boy, and let me show you a video how Bitch Boy wanted to separate himself from this knucklehead. And tell me if he's not trying to, again, cover his ass, okay? Just because this guy's a psychopath doesn't mean I'm a psychopath. Now, if for those of you that are familiar with Bitch Boy's videos, come on, he's worse, okay? Worse. He's a straight-up cop hater. Let me show you how Bitch Boy want to separate himself from Ronald here.
Ronald had been watching a lot of First Amendment audit videos based on his YouTube history, and you can tell by the terminology he was using during his audit at the Arvada Public Library. And his audit came off very antagonistic and confrontational. And I know that's what a lot of people say we all do, but that's not true. Anytime myself and the vast majority of others are involved in a confrontation, it's because the police initiate the confrontation, and now we're matching their energy. And that's called being assertive and setting healthy boundaries. But this guy was just confrontational right out the gate. So I want to be clear. We in the 1A community do not accept Ronald Troyke as one of our own, and I'm using this as an example of what not to do.
All right, so again, I say, for those of you that are familiar with Bitch Boy Cordova's videos, well, I think we could all agree he's full of shit. Full of shit. Now, I've been watching Bitch Boy Cordova from when he first started frauditing. And anybody who disagreed with him, made comments that they didn't want to be recorded or whatsoever, well, he'd follow them to their vehicle, splatter their license plate throughout YouTube. He was a spiteful SOB, okay? I'm sure most of you know what I am in reference to. A bunch of the videos that I seen where a lady in the DMV didn't, she was sticking up for a security guard, didn't like what he was doing to the security guard, and he made every effort to follow her to her vehicle and splatter her license plate, her social media account to his subscribers. Again, I say this guy is a piece of shit, okay? And one day he could snap and want to go out there and kill as many cops as he can. But here he is trying to make himself look, well, you know, he's about to do 15 days in jail, so he has to try to make himself look like he's an angel. And we all know him, guys. He's full of shit. Another piece of shit cop hater, okay? Now, again, this guy Ronald, okay, who went to a library, again, with the intentions of killing as many police officers as he could. Unfortunately, 2 other people were killed with him, okay? An officer that happened to be leaving the library, and Ronald just came up and took him out. And then another individual, bystander, a citizen that, in my opinion, was a hero, who was shooting at this, took Ronald out, in my opinion. And then police arriving at the scene didn't know whether the hero here was a good guy or a bad guy, and took him out, okay? Big story, which you'll see in the video coming up now. And Bitch Boy Cordova, the officer who took the hero out, not knowing, okay? I'm not going to blame that cop, okay? You being an officer and you're going to a scene where there are people shooting out, you don't know who the good guy or the bad guy is. And unfortunately, the hero, he had a weapon in his hand. The officer did what he did, okay? And Bitch Boy over here trying to make him seem as, that's where he added there in his title of the video there that the officer shot the hero or whatever, trying to make the cop. Again, this shows you how much of a cop hater he is, okay? But let me know your thoughts on the video, guys. I'm going to let you watch the entire video with no commentary. And again, I say, give me your thoughts on it, guys.
The event takes place here in the Old Town Arvada neighborhood. At approximately 1:17 p.m., a teenager calls 911 about a suspicious person near the Arvada library who was making, quote, weird noises and showed them a condom. And the person in question was described as a white male in his 40s to early 50s. This is when Officer Gordon Beasley was dispatched at 1:30 p.m. and began patrolling the area around Old Town Square, searching for the man a minute later at 1:31 p.m. In the Town Square Professional Building located here, diagonally from the library, were 3 other officers, Officer Brownlow, Haw, and Boom. They were there for an unrelated reason, catching on some paperwork in a police administrative office, and were not wearing their standard police uniform, just a polo shirt with fabric badges and shorts, but all 3 officers were still equipped with a handgun and standard duty belt. 4 minutes later at approximately 1:35 p.m., 40-year-old Johnny Hurley was walking into the Army-Navy surplus store, ready to shop that's located here across the library. Moments before John had walked in, 59-year-old Ronald Troike parked his truck in the alleyway next to the library, and he had one goal in mind: kill as many Arvada police officers as possible. As Ronald is parking, you can see Officer Beasley walking here. Immediately after Ronald puts his truck in park, he exits out of his vehicle and runs towards Officer Beasley, equipped with a 12-gauge semi-automatic shotgun. He yells out, "Hey!" at Beasley, grabbing his attention, and fires at the officer 2 times as he turns around. He then fires at nearby police cars. The 3 officers heard the sounds and couldn't figure out exactly what it was. They didn't receive anything via radio, nor did they check the surveillance video, so they assumed the sounds were either coming from maintenance inside the building or someone banging on the door located on the east side, and this was more of a logical answer as this was a common occurrence. Officer Boom headed to the back door to see if someone was knocking, and this is when he saw Ronald near the dumpsters holding a weapon. He saw Ronald through the door window and realized that the sounds they heard were gunshots. He thought about confronting Ronald, but he knew his soft armor and the door wouldn't be enough to protect him from Ronald's weapon. He was worried that he was seen by Ronald as he was glancing at their direction, but he didn't. Ronald then turns around and began walking back to his truck. Officer Boom aired via radio that there was an active shooter and described the shooter's outfit. Officer Brownlow then took over to look through the door window, while the other 2 went to other vantage points. On the other side, Johnny quickly recognized the sound of gunshots and immediately runs outside. According to witnesses, Johnny was yelling at everyone to stay inside. He points where the shots came from, yelling out, "He's got a gun," and immediately pulls out his legally concealed 9mm handgun. As Johnny runs near to where Officer Beasley was killed, Ronald walks back to his truck, swapping to an AR-15 from his passenger seat. As he's doing that, Johnny is taking cover behind a brick wall. He patiently waits for Ronald to get closer, and once he's close enough, Johnny points his weapon at Ronald and shoots at him 6 times. 5 out of the 6 shots hit Ronald. Ronald collapses on the floor, still alive. As Johnny runs towards Ronald, he removes the AR-15 from him and unloads it, all while holding the rifle pointed towards the ground. But without any warning, John is shot by Officer Brownlow. He fired 3 times, but only 1 struck Johnny. He was hit near his right hip and collapsed on the floor at 1:37 p.m. All of this happened in just 2 minutes. Craig Brownlow saw Johnny holding Ronald's AR-15 and his handgun. He couldn't tell if Johnny was reloading or trying to fix something, and suspected that he was possibly a second shooter. They still weren't aware that one of their own was just killed a minute ago. For 11 seconds, he saw Johnny holding Ronald's weapon, proceeded to come outside, and shot Johnny without warning. Paramedics were aiding Johnny at the scene and eventually took him to a hospital where he was declared dead shortly after he arrived. His autopsy report shows that the bullet severed an artery and never exited his body. His manner of death was homicide.
21.
Start me a card for a parking problem.
Sir, we have an incident in progress, 7525 West 57 Avenue. 3 people down, shots fired. Stage out of the area. In progress.
County City 2 copies. We have an active shooter in Old Town, Nevada.
Copy. I'm going to get some 3 ambulances started.
That's affirmative. Medics, they're asking for you to get your tactical gear on.
Units responding. We do have a request for an ambulance to Grandview and Grant. I don't know if that scene is secure at this location.
Medic 51, Battalion 52. I need you on the just north of 57th and Old Wads. We have officer down. This area is code 4. We have 2 more patients down. Patient 1. We need 2 ambulances to 57 and Wadsworth.
Confirmed, sir. You have an ambulance to Grant and Watts. That's an officer.
3 patients, 1 deceased. We have CPR in progress and 2 parties.
Approaching.
Last unit.
Now. Command 1, I'm in route. Did you have something to hear that way?
Sergeant, I believe both are down here in the alley, just north of the library,
And units responding, we have two suspects. 2 suspects with guns, 1 handgun, 1 AR-15.
Okay, let's get in a secure location, guys.
1132 Adam. We got 2 prone. Where are we at? What's crossfire?
That one's still breathing, one in the red.
Call.
1340.
Yeah, they're both moving.
Where's the other suspect at?
Do not respond to the east.
Okay.
Copy, do not respond. Do not respond from east.
We're gonna get hands on this guy right here. If he moves with it, you cuff him, then we're gonna get associated with that. Hey, Chris, you and you, watch that guy. We're gonna get this guy. Who's with me?
I'm with you.
Hey, I need you to go hands. You get the eyes on it. Put it on it. Guy in the red.
Don't fucking move. Don't move.
Don't move.
Don't move.
You wanna watch black? I got red.
Got it.
1132, we have medical coming in from the east. Can you confirm that they do not want us to come in from the east?
Okay. That guy, any movement from that guy.
Negative.
Copy, 1341.
Do that.
1 half med 1 coming into the area.
We
Where
need
the
hands,
officers?
hands. Mike, you gotta come up here. Mike, get up there, put him away. Mike, throw him on his stomach. Stand by. Just wait. You can stay behind us because we're your lethal cover. Okay? Pat him.
One share 11 coming around as well.
Down now.
1342.
You got him, Mike? All I want you to do
AM 15 in rail.
is got anything else on him.
1 Vigil 13 Adam.
Okay, we need to go secure this guy.
Use hands.
Mike, your hands. Mike's got hands. No, PJ, you go hands. You come up, I'll go hands with you, PJ. Let's make sure. PJ, take
Don't move.
Take the left. Secure it. Secure that side.
Watch behind you. We got 1 laying on the ground.
Don't move, Tish. Stay where you are. Are you involved in this? Don't move. Got anything else with this guy? Check the pulse.
behind you. You have the gun.
Contact med 1, I'm at Sanderson and Ralston. Where are
Is
they
there
at?
anyone else involved in this that you know of?
All I know is north side of the library.
Okay.
Somebody else can get me to the guys.
Hey, Sarge, we got someone else over here.
1132, we're in the alley between the library and the CenturyLink building.
Just stack up behind us. Okay, stacked up. On your stomach, crawl out in front of us. Just crawl out. Do not reach for anything.
None in his hands, guys. This one's done. Just had a phone. Okay, this one's gone. DJ, you're in charge of him. We got one. We need to close that off if that's not closed already.
I need to clear this.
Do we have any more immediate threats? Anybody?
Just be advised, the command post is going to be Arvada PD Southwest.
Command 1, where are the shooters at again?
An immediate search right around.
I'm still trying to gather all that info for you guys.
All the way up to the road, to the alleyway. I just want to see if there's anybody. Hey.
We got 2 civilians in here.
Down?
No, safe.
Okay.
1 shooter, 2 shell casings.
Okay. You maintain security here on this door?
I think we need to secure you.
Yeah, you need to go. I'll stay here.
Okay.
You go.
I can take you back to my
you
car.
need to go now.
I'll just walk back.
Hold on, is he involved?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you, I will take care of you real fast, okay? Come with me.
So I don't know. Brownlow. Halt. There we go.
Okay, why don't you go grab your car?
Where do you want it?
Find access along here and control. Make sure, take a look at the perimeter and see what else we need.
You're just gonna hang out.
I'm asking you to go take a look and see where else we need.
Yeah. Trying to figure out where we're at.
So we get out, and then Boone sees this thing carrying around this guy. Carrying around a gun.
Okay, Mitch, put your car right over here, please.
And then I go into this and start to look like he's walking in here, so I'm trying to get him.
I open up westbound 580.
And I come around the corner. Great, great shot.
Somebody can go over to FC11, pull it in here. The car's on the corner, go and pull it right here.
Take it back.
I'm going to take one. Okay, Mike, somebody, you want to grab my squad car? It's on the corner right there, just pull it in here. Let's run and unlock. 11. It's unlocked and running.
One in red, go to the hospital.
Okay, put him in the back of the ambulance. They transport him over to the bus.
Is that one of the suspects?
I don't know if he's left yet or not.
Maybe, or a good Samaritan that interviewed.
What's your mount gun? What do you got in there?
That guy's in the back of the bus.
Sir, I'm trying to help.
30 down.
Brian, this is his? It's gonna be... Is this your right? Is this you?
Confirming you're wanting 3-2 to shut down Ralston and Oak.
I'm putting his weapon right here.
Huh?
Alright, that's his weapon right there. We gotta go
You're walking away.
We pull up right here, and we follow officers running down this alley.
Okay.
And right away there's two down.
Okay.
And what agency was that?
That was Arvada.
Okay, that was Arvada.
It was all Arvada.
So we assisted them covering them while they cuffed them up. I guess they were both deceased. And
One is deceased,
I
one
picked
was
up.
still breathing.
Suspect?
I think so. Speary put him wherever. We missed where Speary went because then we were checking the area.
The dude that was alive, I grabbed his AR and secured it in Sperry's back of Sperry's car.
Okay.
4 Command 13. As soon as I get a detective available,
And he was a suspect?
Yes.
Okay.
Both of those guys were suspects.
Okay.
And
One was clearly deceased. One.
then Nanette and I, we cleared this like back to these businesses.
Yeah.
And then when we heard commotion over here and just kind of hung out over here while
You want me to come in for research?
the corner. bunch of Arvadas that got two at gunpoint. One of them's still moving.
They wanted somebody to
Went
call
in
back
and
since
they
they're coming
cuffed
off
them
the
up.
state highway. We can either follow them and transfer them.
And then we thought there was a third one over here, but I guess there's not. I guess there's only two. What do we...
Hold it for 30 seconds till I get to a place
There's
where I
one
can
cop
answer the
down,
phone
isn't
call.
there?
Yeah. Where is the command post?
I don't know.
Not a clue.
That's probably where I need to go.
Ashley, can you please transfer that to my...
Was that Arvada PD that's down?
Thought so.
And then, do we
Guy's
know
name
about how...
Gordo? I don't know him.
Do we know how many civilians were killed?
I don't know that anywhere.
Okay, good.
I was told there's a total of 3 down. The one I transported out of here, dead guy, and deceased officer on the far side of the courtyard.
Right over here.
Yeah, right over here. So there is a deceased officer.
Just less than 5 minutes away, SWAT team arrived at the apartment complex Ronald resided in. SWAT members entered at a neighbor's apartment for cover and told him to go to the back room in case there's any altercation. They managed to break into Ronald's home and found a 4-page handwritten note, which one of them was titled Sociopath Sovereign Citizens and another titled Sovereign Citizens that was taped on his bedroom wall. Just a quick note, few words have been blacked out. I didn't edit the note, this is how I found it. The note reads, "So you found my place. I knew you would. If I could have rigged this place to explode, I would have. No bomb making knowledge. Final thoughts for now. The corruption among law enforcement agencies across the country is unbelievable to me. Having people to enforce law and that break those same laws that they enforce and are not held accountable. You are the worst people to have. It's been that way forever. The people have had enough. Do you understand? Aurora PD seems to be the troubled police agency in Colorado, so once again, I dedicate what I did to Aurora PD. Especially those officers involved in the killing and mooking of Elijah McClain. Also, the drunken pig. My DUI changed my life. No accountable, the way it's always been. I also dedicate my actions to Aurora PD officer, another coward pig. I see you cops do all the things to people you don't want done to yourself. Fuck you people and die." Now for the other page titled Sovereign Citizens. Did you get the message the officers I encountered in front of the library in Old Town? Should have taken me more seriously if they thought that was funny. I hope they're still laughing. Do you understand, Sovereign Citizens? My goal today is to kill Arvada Police Department officers. I dedicate the killing of APD to Aurora PD since they're in the limelight. I've been fooled most of my life as to really what kind of people you really are, and I've came to a conclusion. You government people, you sociopaths that wear that badge, and those we never see that work. Behind the scenes, you are exactly the same people you arrest. Do you understand, Sovereign Citizens? There's a community of law enforcement across the country, and in that community of law enforcement, of what I thought were special people. You have rapists, pedophiles, drug dealers, murderers, thieves, child molesters. Many of you are the same people you arrest. Some of the worst human beings are police officers and those who oversee all the wrongdoing. You are the biggest group of uniformed cowards in the country. You have the thinnest skins and weakest minds. We the people were never your enemy, but we are now, as you can see here today. You brought this on yourself. You pigs are out of control. Around the country, no one gives a shit what you do or how you do it. So this is what you get. You are the people that are expendable, not us. You pigs have ruined thousands of lives during my lifetime and many more before I was born. For this, hundreds of you pigs should be killed daily till you get it right. Today, I will kill as many Arvada officers as I possibly can. Female officers and young pigs. I want the families of these officers to feel the pain you pigs dish out so freely and easily on a daily basis. There's so much more to say, but I'll leave it at this. Today, I will die. I will be a hero in the eyes of millions for killing pigs. I did what I did because I believe what you pigs get away with. Instead of being the best people there is, you pigs are the worst. Die. Fuck you. And just one more thing. I don't know how this will turn out, for I should be dead. When this is over, I just hope I don't die without killing any of you pigs. I didn't have much going on in my life to die early. Since we all die, I guess it can't be all that bad. Even though I know I'll be against a small army, I hope I did well. Fuck you pigs and die. I'll be back. And that is all that was written in his 4-page note. As for the DUI that he mentions, I found that Ronald was arrested twice in his lifetime. One in 1992 for third-degree assault, and the DUI he mentioned was in 1994. Another item found in his apartment was a Samsung tablet, which contained several videos of Ronald manipulating/walking with handguns and a rifle. There were also pictures of his AR-15. His YouTube history was filled with almost nothing but anti-police, police misconduct, and First Amendment videos. The recording of him yelling at police officers just outside the library in Old Town Square was also in his tablet. One of the officers Ronald was yelling at was Officer Brownlow. This recording occurred just 2 weeks before the shooting on June 7, 2021. His last Google search was asking if he could be criminally charged for flipping off or cussing at police officers. About an hour before the shooting, Ronald called his sister crying, making suicidal statements. He was saying, "I can't do this anymore. Take care of yourself. I'm sorry." She also mentioned he complained that police didn't take him seriously, which was mentioned in his 4-page note. His sister would then call Ronald's brother to inform him about her concern with Ronald's mental health. His brother states the following: "My sister said that he's been watching all of this YouTube stuff and all this constant negativity about the police and the negative things that they do and this and that. He gets up early in the morning and calls my sister up and tells her about all this negative police stuff that YouTube always shows and all the lies and crap they give out, and he just kept watching it and watching it, and so I think this is part of it." He also adds that Ronald became a loner since their father died back in 2015 and hasn't spoken to him in years as he began isolating himself at home. When Ronald's brother was informed, he calls requesting a welfare check at 12:49 p.m. The officer who went over to check on Ronald was Officer Beasley himself. He was dispatched to Ronald's apartment, but failed on locating him as Ronald was already at the Old Town Square causing a disturbance at 1:08 p.m. Yes, Ronald was the suspicious person from earlier. His plan was to cause a scene to lure police to the area and ambush them, and as we know, his plan unfortunately worked, taking the life of one officer. When police first arrived at the scene in Old Town, Johnny was considered a suspect. However, thanks to the many witnesses, they were labeling Johnny as a hero and the Good Samaritan for stopping an attempted mass shooter. Arvada's mayor, Mark Williams, says that day was the hardest day of his life as a mayor. We still mourn the loss of Officer Gordon Beasley and are so thankful for the service of the Arvada Police Department, and at the same time we still think about Johnny Hurley. It's tragic because of the actions of a crazed gunman. We lost 2 very good men that day. Arvada's police chief, Link Strait, had come out the next day labeling Johnny as a hero and that he likely disrupted what could have been a greater loss of life.